Good morning from the heart of New York City. This is Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast dedicated to one thing to learn and apply to eat better daily. I'm your host, Angela Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist, your personal fat loss guru, your personal diet expert, your fellow biohacker, your health and wellness coach, and just someone with a lot of passion for healthy eating, nutrition, healthy food, micro and macronutrients, and how what you put on your plate affects every single aspect of the way you look, the way you feel, the way you perform on all levels. Food. Today, as I said, this week I'm going to be analyzing a lot of books that were recently published, a lot of different studies, a lot of different data that I researched or came across that came out of different science laboratories or scientific research, etc. And based on that, I'm going to give you advice and answer some of your questions about fat loss, weight loss, health, metabolism, things that you ask me most often, things that on your mind or you might not understand, and then prevent you from having better health, more energy, and looking better and burning more fat, building more muscle. Today we are analyzing 3 books that I've read over the course of, past few months, really amazing books. So it's The Poor Misunderstood Calorie by William Lagakos, PhD. That book is all about calories, what it is, do calorie matters, how to lose weight, counting or not counting calories. Then we are analyzing the Keto Reset diet book by Mark Sisson. It's all about ketogenic diet, how to do it the proper way, the best way to become keto or fat adapted and have a flexible metabolism, to be able to switch from one fuel to another and have ideal weight and great health. And then there is the Ketogenic Bible, also one of my favorite books, written by PhDs Dr. Jacob Wilson and Ryan Lowry, great young guys who are so passionate about health, about nutrition through proper eating, and also about building muscle the scientific way. So anyway, today we're talking mostly about, we're trying to answer the question why we stop losing weight on those amazing, probably most effective diet out there. So low carbohydrate diet, ketogenic diet, plus calorie theory. So why do we stop losing weight? Well, guys, let's talk about ketogenic diet and low carbohydrate diet. Why they work? They work, especially initially, really well because when you switch to low carbohydrate ketogenic diet, your body has to change its metabolism, the way it makes the energy. And I want you to understand that the body is not some oven where you put food and it burns it. Your body gets the food when you put it in your mouth. That food goes through a digestive system, and your body, based on what kind of foods you get, when different factors affect your digestion and metabolism. So your body makes energy from that food. Your body has to digest it and then make its own energy and its own nutrients, proteins, etc. for living for life. So when you switch to low carbohydrate diet, to keto diet, to whatever low carbohydrate diet you're following, your body has to learn how to make energy now from what was before mostly carbohydrates to now mostly fats. And the body is not a machine. Changes do not happen overnight. So your body needs time to learn how to properly burn fat for fuel. If you've been eating high carbohydrate diet all your life, so your body will have to spend more energy making energy for living from the foods that you eat when you go on a low carbohydrate, especially ketogenic diet. Your body has to spend more energy to digest the fats and make the energy. And also consider that fact that, for example, your brain needs at least 1/3 of its energy to get from glucose, or the product, of sugar metabolism usually, or carbohydrate metabolism. But anyway, your brain needs some glucose, your immune system needs some glucose, probably some other processes and organs require glucose, and your body, if you stop eating, carbohydrates, your body has to make that glucose, and that process that's called gluconeogenesis happens in our liver, and it's quite expensive, meaning your body has to spend quite a lot of energy to make glucose from other non-carbohydrate sources like fats and amino acids that you consume. So that, one of the reasons why when you go on a low carbohydrate diet, your body spends more energy making enough energy for itself to live and do whatever you gotta do. So that's why, especially at the beginning, you start losing a lot of weight on keto and low carbohydrate diet, because it gets more expensive for your body to get energy. But then what happens with time? Your body gets better at metabolizing your fats and other non-carbohydrate sources for energy. So even to maintain the same energy balance, even though the calorie you consume do not equal the calories that your body actually get, your body gets better at making energy from fats, so you need less of food to maintain the same energy balance. Usually you do not put weight on because calories from fats and amino acids and proteins are not obesinogenic as carbs are, meaning that carbs actually tell your body through insulin and other hormones to store fat, whereas fats and amino acids usually do not do that. So your body gets better at metabolizing fats and proteins or amino acid, and you get more energy, and that's why weight might slow down or stop. Another thing you want to think about is, for example, someone who is on keto or low carbohydrate diet, and they consume mostly whole foods, for example, right, and get certain amount of energy from that. If you're eating a certain way and then for some reason you decide to add a liter of oil just for the example, every single day in your diet, of course your body going to get more energy from that. And if you start consuming a liter of oil or a couple of sticks of butter every single day, of course you're not going to lose weight, because now your body is good at burning fat, and you add like 1,000 calories on top of that, and even though a calorie is not a calorie, it's still more fuel, and your body will still get more fuel. So at some point on low carbohydrate diet, on keto diet, doing the same thing, your weight will you will stop losing weight, and then you will because your body gets better again at getting energy from those fat sources, and also there is a certain point where at which your body gets its equilibrium, or energy in equals energy out, with the same kind of habits that you get eating low carb, and then your body just not going to lose weight, because your body's purpose is to survive, not to lose fat and get your six pack. So your body will lose some weight, especially unhealthy weight, and then it's going to stop. And in order for you to move the needle further, to continue losing those 5 pounds, last 5 pounds, last 10 pounds, your body doesn't really care beyond health point how many pounds of fat you carry and how visible your six pack is. So you will have to change something. And so there are 5 things that you can change to continue losing weight on low carbohydrate, high fat diet. And those are how much you eat. So guys, for example, if you're on a low carbohydrate diet and you're on keto diet and you want to make it really simple, just change the amount of foods you eat, and you don't even have to change necessarily, you don't have to count calories, just reduce your portions. And for example, if you were drinking bulletproof coffee, then stop drinking that coffee and start eating your food instead. So the second thing you can do is to change, of course, what you eat, and continuing that bulletproof coffee theme. So instead of eat more whole foods, because whole foods take more energy for your body to make energy. So let's take protein shake compared to chicken breast. So it takes more energy for your body to digest and chicken breast and make energy out of that compared to protein shake, even if, let's say, for simplicity, they have the same amount of calories. So eat more whole foods. Whenever I'm for example getting ready for a fitness model competition, so I'm trying to avoid, not trying, but I'm avoiding as much as possible non-whole foods. So the only non-whole food in my diet right now is protein shake that I'm taking right after my workout in order to preserve the most lean body mass, to preserve lean body mass, burning and losing fat. The rest whole food, so eggs, chicken breasts, fish, salads, all of that. So change what you eat is the second strategy. Change when you eat, because the longer you go without food, so right now I'm using this strategy too. So I'm doing intermittent fasting from 3 p.m. till 7 a.m. And that helps your body to utilize more fat. It actually makes your body to burn more fat because the fuel is not coming constantly, but your body needs to run 24 hours a day, right? Even when you sleep, your body does stuff. So the more you go without food, and recent studies confirm, the more fat you're gonna burn, the easier it is gonna be for your body to switch to fat burning, to burning your own fats for energy. So when you eat, another strategy, increase the time of your not eating period. And also, the earlier you eat in the day, the earlier you stop eating in the day, the more fat you're gonna burn. Change what fuel you're eating. So again, that means you might reduce your carbohydrates lower in order for your body to burn more fat and work harder at creating the glucose that your brain and your body needs. And depending on our lifestyle, we all need different amount of glucose and carbohydrate depending on how keto adapted or fat adapted you are. But besides that, eating carbs, guys, besides fiber, I'm not talking about fiber here, but carbohydrates that your body actually digests. So eating carbohydrates increase your insulin levels by increasing your blood sugar levels, and that biochemically tells your cells to store fat, where compared, for example, to proteins, or compared, for example, to fats that do not have the same effect, unless, like, if you're eating too many proteins, yeah, that can cause blood sugar fluctuations too, but that's another story. Plus, guys, for example, protein takes more energy to get energy out of it. So it takes more energy to digest, to assimilate, to metabolize your proteins than, let's say, carbs and, let's say, fats. So that's why you want to change the type of your fuel, so there is more protein. When people get ready, when I'm getting ready for a fitness model competition, I start eating more protein. Right now it's somewhere around 100-120 grams. Sometimes I'm eating my fats and my carbs are almost non-existent, and that helps you to really shred and really lose all those lost pounds by changing the kind of fuel that you're getting. And then the fifth, but the last but not least, how much muscle you carry. Muscle is an active tissue, meaning to even when you sit and do nothing, if you have more muscle, you're gonna burn more calories. So you want to have as much muscle as possible. That's going to help you to burn more fat, to burn more energy. Plus, muscle take more energy to recover. So when you train and you tear your muscle tissue, your body going to need energy to recover your muscle tissue, to build new cells. Your metabolism increases every time after you work out for somewhere around 24 hours. So the more muscles you have, the more you train with weights, the more you tear your muscle tissue and challenge it to a point. Of course, too much is not good either. So the more muscle you're building, the more muscle you have, the more muscle you challenge, the more calories, the more fuel you burn, and the leaner you get, because your body gonna spend and need more energy. And unless you're eating all of that energy, you will start losing weight. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. If you start exercising a lot and eating even more, you're not going to lose weight. Exercise is not some magical pill. The body still spends a certain amount of energy and exercise and no more than that. And overeat that caloric deficit that you create by exercise is very, very easy. So do not think that you can eat whatever just because you exercise, especially if you're not like a professional athlete and, exercise not that much. So to recap, if you go on a low carbohydrate diet, on high fat diet, on keto diet, and you lose weight and then you stop losing weight, those are the 5 things that you might change up to continue losing weight until you're satisfied with the results. And hopefully you have, hopefully you have expectations that are healthy for you, not trying to disappear, right? And you want to have healthy weight. So things to change up. How much you eat, of course. So if you were, eating a certain amount of food, then you might reduce that amount of food, not necessarily counting calories at all, but just eat less and find a way to measure it. Second thing to change, what you eat. So whole foods take more energy to digest. Your body spends more energy on whole foods than on processed food, healthy or unhealthy. So for example, instead of protein shake, you want to eat your meat. Instead of drinking bulletproof coffee, you want to eat maybe avocados and other whole foods with fats, nuts and seeds and whatnot. Third thing, when you eat, so the more not eating time you have, the earlier in the day you eat, the more fat you're gonna burn. Recent studies confirm that. How much muscle you have also contributes to how much energy you burn, how much energy your body spends when you do nothing, you're not active, not exercising, and of course for recovery purposes your body starts to burn more energy when you have more muscle and when you challenge that muscle. And then the 5th thing, what fuel you give to your body. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins. Proteins take the most energy to digest, so you want to increase the amount of protein. That also supports your lean body mass. So eating protein, eating enough amount of protein to support your lean body mass. Protein also helps you to keep you satiated and full. So increasing protein for a lot of you guys from whole foods might be a great idea. And that's it, guys. So if you have any questions about, why you stop losing weight on keto low carbohydrate diet and what to do about it, if you have any questions, if you need advice, always shoot me an email to Angela@createyourself.today, Angela@createyourself.today. I also work with people, create programs personalized to get you over that hill and make you into a fat burning machine again and keep the progress going. So I'm available for coaching, for one-on-one coaching. I also create programs that are really, really affordable. Anyway, that's a little bit of sales because I need to do more of that. But if you have any questions, just a couple of questions you want to shoot, feel free to do so. Absolutely free. I'm answering questions all day long, every day, everywhere on my social media, on Quora, and everywhere. So shoot me email. And guys, love you all. Thank you for listening. And don't get discouraged. You can and you will lose that fat if you don't stop looking for a solution. And it's not a lot of suffering. It's just smarter, better choices. So guys, have an amazing day. Until next time, put something healthy on your plate.